and welcome to Akshata's Recipes. Thank you for joining me today. So today's recipe is a Pani Puri recipe which I made because it was really getting hot, so we wanted to have some nice chilled Pani Puri. Now I didn't make the puris at home because I didn't want to get into the whole thing of deep frying. Luckily I got my hands on some lovely puris. And I made both the chutneys at home as well as the filling and the water and everything else, as you will see in the video. So let's just start with today's Pani Puri recipe. So friends, let's start with today's Pani Puri recipe. Now first I'm going to show you all how I make my sweet tamarind chutney recipe. Now here I've taken a bowl of maybe 2 cups of hot water. To that I've added about 1 cup of seedless dates or khajur, about a lime-sized ball of tamarind or chinsa, and about 1 cup of gur or jaggery, and I've kept it aside for 5 to 6 hours. Then I've strained all the liquid, and with a spoon I've mashed up all the pulp to get out, the maximum of the pulp of the tamarind and the dates. And then I'm going to transfer this to a pan. I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, some salt to taste, and I'm going to stir all of this and bring this to a gentle boil for 10 to 15 minutes till it becomes nice and thick. So you can prepare these chutneys a day before, so that lessens your work on the day you want to make the Pani Puri. So after this thickens, we're just going to transfer it to a bowl and keep it in the refrigerator. Now for the chutney, which is the spicy green chutney. This is also very easy, friends. So to my mixer pot, I've added about 5 light green chilies, the less spicy ones, about 2 cloves of garlic, 1 inch of ginger. I've ground it to a paste, and then I've added about 1 cup of fresh coriander and squeezed the juice of half a lime, and I also added some salt to taste, and I've just ground this with a little bit of water, maybe about 1/4 cup of water, and I got this green chutney. Now let's see how to prepare the filling as well as the Pani Puri water. Now I have some sprouted moong. I just pressure cooked it in my pan and for about 1 whistle on high and about 5 minutes on a simmer. And then I've strained out all the water. Now I'll leave instructions of how I've sprouted my moong in the description box below. Here I've taken 1 large mashed potato. I've added my boiled sprouted moong, for which all the water has been drained out. We're going to mix all of this very well together. We're going to add some salt to taste, and that is our filling. Now for the Pani Puri water. Here I've taken about 1 liter of very chilled water. I've added ready-made Pani Puri masala. You can use any brand. Mix that Pani Puri masala according to your taste as to how much you would like. Then I'm going to add my green chutney to taste and my sweet chutney to taste. So add a little at a time and see how you would like it. You can also add some salt. And now all we have to do is just assemble everything together and enjoy this chilled Pani Puri. So I have my water ready, my stuffing ready, my extra sweet chutney ready, and my Pani Puri puris. So the puri looks like this. One side is hard and one side is soft. So the softer side, you just knock it off with your finger like this and make a small hole. Then you just put your filling in. You can add some extra sweet chutney if you like, or you can just directly go for the water if you're satisfied with the taste of the water. But I always like the little extra sweetness of the sweet tamarind chutney. And then just take a bowl. Just pour the water into it. You can directly dip it also in, but I find that the spoon is much more, less messier rather. And that's all, friends. And then just, wallop it out, put it into your mouth and just enjoy this amazing Pani Puri. So if you don't want the chilled version, you can just have it with regular water. But believe me, the chilled Pani Puri tastes amazing. Now you can also add some bundi to the Pani Puri water. I didn't have any bundi, but otherwise it also adds a nice crunch. So that's it, friends, the Pani Puri recipe. I hope you like it. Spinach fritter with some tangy sauces or Palak chaat. So let's go to the ingredients and let's start. Okay, this chaat is assembled or done in 2 steps. The first step is frying the spinach fritter or the palak bhaji, and then assembling it into a delicious mouth-smacking treat called palak chaat. So the first step, what we require for the first step is some fresh, green, clean palak or spinach leaves. What I have done is I've washed them and then soaked them in salt water for about 5 minutes and then again thoroughly washed them. Then we have to prepare a batter for which you require a nice big bowl and a whisk. And you require about 1 cup of chickpea flour or besan. To that we will add about half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi and about 1 teaspoon of asafoetida, salt to taste, some water. Then when we assemble the chaat, we require some chutney, that is some green chutney. For this green chutney, I've taken some fresh coriander, again soaked it in salt water and then given it a thorough wash. Then I put that into the blender along with 3 green chilies, 3 to 4 flakes of garlic. We don't want to put too much garlic because then it gets overpowered with a garlicky taste and becomes extremely pungent. Then about half an inch of ginger, salt to taste, and the juice of 1 lemon. The lemon juice helps it to retain its beautiful green color. Then I have taken some tamarind chutney too. Now this tamarind chutney is a bit of a procedure. You have to soak some khajur or dates along with some jaggery or ghul and a little bit of tamarind for about 2 hours in hot water. Then you got to smash up everything together and then strain it. But an easy option is just using a ready-made sauce. In this case it's imli pichku and the taste is amazing. My kids love this tangy chutney. I put it on my Shev, Batata puri, my bhel, a lot of other things. Okay, and then we require some oil in a pan. Now this has to be deep fried because they're fritters. And keep some kitchen towel ready to strain the fritters. You also require some yogurt, some nice beaten up yogurt because it gives a lovely tangy flavor. To those who don't like the taste of yogurt, you can skip it anyway. So let's get on with the procedure. We'll first make the batter, fry the fritters and assemble our lovely chaat. So let's get started. So we'll start with making the batter. And a good thing to do at this time is also to turn on your gas, because we want your oil to be nice and hot for frying the fritters. So get your oil hot on a medium flame. Don't heat it on a high flame. Now, in our mixing pot, we will take 1 cup of chickpea flour, also known as besan locally in India. Then we will take half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Turmeric is very good for health and over here it gives an amazing color. Asafoetida or hing, salt to our taste and some water. We don't want a very runny batter and we don't want a very thick batter either. It should be just right enough so that we can dip our spinach or palak leaves into the batter and deep fry. There shouldn't be any lumps. Now, a very good trick I've learned from my mother-in-law to get some crispy bhaji or fritters is when your oil is nice and hot, you take about this much of it and temper your batter. This really makes your fritters very, very crispy. In fact, this trick is used to make batata vada or batata bhaji or basically any type of fritter. But to get the crispiness, you got to put this oil in. So now you can see my oil is nice and hot. So now we will start frying our palak bhaji. What you need to do is take your palak leaf, dip it nicely into your batter and leave it slowly into the oil. Just drop it into the oil. Keep a towel or kitchen towel ready because your hands will get a little messy. You can hear the oil is nice and hot with a sizzling sound. Let it fry nicely. When it starts getting a little golden brown, you can flip the leaf. Here, can you see it? It's so good and golden brown and looks amazing. You can hold it down into the oil so that it gets evenly cooked. Once that is done, just drain it onto your kitchen towel. I'll show you one more. Take your leaf, dip it evenly so that it gets coated in the batter and drop it into the hot oil. Mind your fingers. And if you find that the oil is really, starting to smoke, just turn your flame a little low. Never fry on a high flame because it remains raw from the inside and it really doesn't taste that good when it's, not properly cooked. So this is the second one. Let me fry some more and then we can go to the assembling of the chaat. I'll show you one more. And now we will assemble it. So let's start assembling our chaat. First we will take our bhaji. You can take about 4 per person. Then you will evenly spread the green chutney, seeing that each leaf is coated with the chutney. Then you'll put in some lovely tamarind or imli chutney. Actually a lot of it because it really gives a lovely taste. Then some beaten yogurt, chilled yogurt, and a generous amount of Shev. And there you have it. Doesn't it look delicious? Well, if you like this recipe, please let me know by pressing the thumbs up button on the channel, and do subscribe to my channel. And once you have subscribed, click on the bell. So every time I upload a new recipe, you'll be the first one to know. So see you until next time. Take care. Bye bye. So let's see how to make this ragda. It's very simple. Now here I've taken 1 cup of this white vatana, washed it well under water thrice, and then I'm going to soak this in about 2 to 3 cups of water for about 6 to 7 hours. So just cover and keep it and set it aside for 6 to 7 hours so that it nicely gets soaked up in the water. Now after 6 to 7 hours, we're going to pressure cook this for 1 whistle on high, and then we're going to simmer it on a low flame for 15 minutes till it's nice and soft. Then let the pressure cooker completely cool down, and then you're just going to mash the vatanas, and it's very easy to mash it because it's really soaked well and it's cooked well. So then just use a pav bhaji masher or a potato masher and just mash it up. Don't mash the entire thing, but keep a little bit of it, a little bit of the vatanas like this. And now I'm just going to heat up the mixture again and just add a little bit of salt and mix everything together. Cook it for about 5 minutes and your ragda is all ready. So that wasn't that really simple? Now, some people do add a little bit of turmeric powder for the color, but I just like to add plain salt. Now, let's move on to see how we're going to make the pattices. This is also super simple. So, here I've taken about 5 to 6 potatoes, medium sized potatoes, from which I got 13 pattices, which is fine for a family of 4. Wash it well and then pressure cook it on 1 whistle on high and simmer for 10 minutes. Once the pressure cooker is nice and cool, just see whether the potatoes are cool. Take them out and just set them aside. Now, once you're able to handle them, just peel them and then just mash the potatoes really well. Now, I'm just going to add some salt and again mash this really well. Now we're going to flavor it with some other seasonings. So here I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cumin powder or jeera powder, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder or dhania, just about half a teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, a little bit of chaat masala, about a teaspoon or so. And just mix all of this really well together. Now I'll leave the links to all the masalas, how I grind the coriander powder at home and cumin powder, how I make my garam masala. So you'll find all of that in the description box below. Now we're just going to add about 4 tablespoons of corn flour. This helps to bind the patties really well. You can also substitute it with some rice flour if you don't have corn flour at hand. And now we're going to use our hands. So before that, we're just going to add a little bit of coriander, freshly chopped dhania or coriander leaves. And now we're going to mix all of this really well. So this corn flour helps to bind the entire mixture together so that your mixture, can form nice patties and they don't break. Now I'm just going to wet my hands with some cold water, and that makes it easier to form these patties. So just form the patties and flatten them a bit. So like I said, from the amount, I used about 5 or 6 medium-sized potatoes. I got 13 patties. Now I'm just going to heat about 2 tablespoons of oil. I like to use this flat dosa tawa. It's easier to, make the patties. And then you're just going to shallow fry them till they're nice and golden brown on both sides. This gets ready really quickly. So you can always prepare this mixture a day ahead. Prepare all the chutneys and keep, ahead. I'll leave a link to how I prepare my green chutney in the description box below, how I prepare my tamarind chutney. So you can go and check out all the recipes. They're really simple. And you can prepare the ragda also and keep a little ahead of time. And then all you have to do is just assemble everything. All you require is some shev and some chopped up onions and some coriander for garnish. Like you will see, I'm going to show you at the end of the video how to assemble it. So this is how your ragda, the patties should look. Nice and golden brown in color. So you can just leave them, on when you're ready to serve, just leave them on a medium or low heat on the tawa. So that way they're nice and hot. So now I'm going to show you how I assemble this lovely and delicious chaat, which is ragda patties. So now first I either use a flat plate or a kind of a flattish bowl. I start by putting the ragda at the base. Then I'm going to place the pattices, preferably 2. Then we're going to apply this green chutney. Then we're going to go with the sweet tamarind and khajur chutney. Then I'm going to sprinkle some very finely chopped onion, some very fine shave, and then some coriander, and that's it, guys. This lovely Ragda Pattice is all ready and it's so very delicious. Do give it a try. I just thought I'd pop in and let you know about my Amazon storefront. Go and check it out. The link is down in the description box below. It's products that I generally buy on Amazon or I would recommend with regard to best prices and good quality. So go and check out the link.
Friends, this is Akshata here with yet another quick and delicious recipe. Today I will be showing you 2 recipes. One is a Shev Batata Puri and the other is a Bhel Puri. So let's get started with the Shev Batata Puri ingredients. First of all, we require these type of flat puris which are easily available in the market. We require some fine shev, which is also available in the market. Then we require some mashed potato. I've taken about 2 potatoes, boiled them and then grated them and then added some salt. Then you require 1 large finely chopped onion, some chaat masala and some green chutney. In the description box below, I will leave the instructions on how to prepare this green chutney and some sweet tamarind chutney. I will leave the instructions on how to prepare this tamarind chutney too. And another shortcut, if you are not able to prepare this tamarind chutney, is just buy the Maggi Imli Pichku, which is easily available in any grocery store. This is the packet. It's very delicious and it's much more easier to have this around. So let's start assembling our Shev Batata Puri. So first we'll take these flat puris and arrange them. Now that we have arranged our puris, we are going to first start by putting some mashed potato, and there is some salt added to this potato. So just put about this much of a size of a potato ball. The next thing we will do is now add our finely diced onion. So we'll take very little of the onion and just put it on each of the potatoes. Next we'll go in our chutneys. So we'll first start with the spicy chutney. Basically this is half a bunch of fresh coriander leaves washed thoroughly. Then I've used about 3 green chilies, half an inch of ginger, 3 cloves of garlic, some salt and the juice of 1 lemon with little bit of water, and made this green chutney. Then we put some sweet tamarind chutney. This is basically you take some khajur or dates, like a cup full of khajur or dates, a cup full of gur or jaggery, and about a lemon sized ball of tamarind. You soak all of this in some hot water for at least an hour, and then you squeeze out all the juice, and that is basically your tamarind chutney. You can add a little bit of coriander powder, a little bit of Kashmiri chili powder and a little bit of jeera powder to this sweet imli chutney. And then we will sprinkle some fine shev over our Shev Batata Puri. Now when the mango season is on and you get this raw mango, which is also called kairi, you can even grate some of that and put it on top of this. It just tastes amazingly delicious. And now just to finish it off, we'll just sprinkle some chaat masala. It gives a very nice flavor. And there you have it, friends, some delicious Shev Batata Puri. And then I'm going to show you some bhel. Okay friends, now let's go to my second recipe, which is my bhel puri. Now for this, the ingredients remain the same. Only thing is now we're going to replace our mashed and salted potato with some diced boiled potato. I've diced it into small little cubes. And the other addition is some kurmure, which is some puffed rice. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a big bowl like this. I've taken about 1.5 cup of kurmure. I'm making it for one person. You can add accordingly. Now these puris which we had taken for our Shev Batata Puri, you just have to break them into small pieces and put them in this mixture. So you just break them into some small bits. This is a very nice evening snack, or for those of you who are looking to lose some weight, this is a nice and easy snack. Now we will add some boiled potatoes. Then goes in some finely chopped onion. Then we'll go in our chutney, as spicy or as sweet as you want. The reason I'm able to show you both these recipes is because my son Aryan, he likes Shev Batata Puri and my daughter Ira likes bhel. So they've just got back from school and this is their evening snack. And then I put in some sweet chutney. You can put as little or as much as you like. A little bit of chaat masala. Some of this shev. And now we'll take a spoon and mix up all of this. So just give all of this a good mix. You can add a more puri if you want, or you can add more chutneys. It's up to you. And like I said, if you have some kairi or some raw green mango grated, oh my god, it's just mouth-watering and delicious. This is one of my favorite snacks too. And there friends, you have it, bhel puri, so easy to make. You can even squeeze some lime on it and then it becomes a nice tangy bhel. So I hope you liked these two chaat recipes. I hope you will try them out. And friends, I'm really waiting to hear your comments as to how you like my recipes, what recipes you would like to see. So please leave your comments in my comments box below. Please subscribe to my channel by pressing the subscribe button that you see below this video. Give this video a big like, and once you have subscribed, click on the bell so every time I come up with some nice recipes, you'll be the first one to know. So friends, this is Akshata saying take care until another video. Bye.